From hidden palaces where kings wed their sisters to forgotten hills where families turned inward for generations, what happens when bloodlines stay too close? It's a twisted path of power, isolation, and unintended havoc that has shaped some of history's most haunting stories. Today we're pulling back the layers on families whose quests for purity led to profound struggles, blending fact with whispers of what might still lurk unseen. But hold on. Things get even more intense as we start with a clan tucked away in America's backwoods. Deep in the rugged hills of Odd, West Virginia, the Whitaker family lives like echoes from another time. Their story kicks off in the late 1800s with identical twins Henry and John, who married unrelated women at first. But then John tied the knot with his cousin Ada, setting off a chain that amplified genetic risks. Their daughter Gracie followed suit, marrying her cousin John Jr., pushing inbreeding levels higher. Picture this: family members with twisted features, some unable to speak words, relying on grunts and gestures instead. Photographer Mark Lyda stumbled into their world back in 2000, capturing raw images that exposed cognitive fog and physical twists tied to this closed loop. Fast forward to recent years, and Lyda's visits have kept the spotlight on them. He even started a fundraiser to ease their hardships. Tragically, Larry Whitaker left us in 2024 at just 67, leaving Betty as the quiet anchor holding things together. Rumors swirl that they might link back to some old money locals, though nothing solid backs it up. And what about the unspoken questions? Their origins stay shrouded, but one thing's clear: this isolation bred a reality most can't fathom. Yet across the state line, another family's hue tells a different tale of genes gone awry. Over in Kentucky's troublesome Creek, the Fugate family's skin turned heads for all the wrong reasons, or maybe the right ones depending on how you see it. It all traces to Martin Fugate and Elizabeth Smith in the early 1800s, both carrying a sneaky recessive gene for methemoglobinemia. This glitch messes with oxygen in the blood, tinting skin a striking blue, especially on lips and hands. 4 of their 7 kids popped out with that vivid shade, and in such a cut-off spot, marrying kin became the norm. Zachariah wed his aunt, cousins paired up, keeping the trait alive. Enter Luna Fugate, dubbed the bluest of them all, with lips like deep bruises. She married John Stacy, raised 13 kids, many blue too, and hit 84 years strong, proving the condition didn't always drag down health. Reports claim her family stayed tough, working the land without much fuss. But here's a poignant bit. When asked if she'd change her blue ways, one relative paused and said they weren't sure. It's been said online that hidden carriers might still exist today, sparking quiet speculation among genealogy buffs. Isolation made this gene thrive, but resilience shines through. Still, nothing prepares you for the nightmare uncovered down under. In rural New South Wales, Australia, the Colt family's saga erupted in 2012 like a buried bomb. Authorities raided their makeshift camp, finding a tangled web of inbreeding and torment that spanned generations. Kids born from siblings or even closer ties, many not knowing their real parents. No plumbing, no schools, just dirt, neglect, and cycles of harm. Up to 38 folks showed limb twists, facial oddities, speech hurdles, and deep mental scars. Some kids needed special classes when finally enrolled, but attendance was spotty. Darker still, accounts of animal cruelty for kicks, hidden births blamed on passing strangers, and worse, incidents where young ones faced forced encounters. Police called it unmatched in horror, leading to a rare court move to publicize details under aliases for awareness. This wake-up shook Australia's systems, highlighting blind spots in remote welfare checks. Rumors linger that similar setups hide in the outback, unverified but chilling. The fallout, shattered identities and ongoing therapy needs. And just when you think science escapes this, even a genius like Darwin couldn't dodge it. Charles Darwin, the mind behind evolution, faced his theory head-on in his own home. In 1839, he married his first cousin, Emma Wedgwood, a move common among England's elite to lock in status and smarts. They had 10 children, but 3 didn't make it past early years. One at 23 days, another stunted at 18 months, a third felled by what might have been tuberculosis, easier to catch in tight gene pools. Darwin fretted over this, wondering if their shared blood weakened the kids' defenses. Not all deaths tie directly, but patterns suggest inbreeding amplified frailties. Emma's side brought wealth from pottery empires, yet health paid the price. Darwin later dove into plant and animal studies on crossbreeding benefits, perhaps haunted by his family's toll. Recent chats among historians speculate his work gained urgency from these losses, though that's just informed guesswork. Power preserved. Sure, but at what cost to the next wave? Across the sea, a dynasty's jawline betrayed far worse. The Habsburgs ruled Europe like chess masters, but their endgame crumbled from within. From the 1500s, they wove marriages with kin, cousins, aunts, uncles, to hoard lands and thrones. It built empires, but generations later the bill came due. The infamous Habsburg jaw jutted out, mangling bites and speech. Some couldn't close their mouths right. In the Spanish line, infant deaths hit 50%, way above norms. Many survivors dealt with weakness or foggy minds, unfit for crowns. King Charles II, born 1661, embodied the wreck. Infertile, sickly, jaw so bad he drooled, plus seizures and swelling. His inbreeding score? A whopping 0.25, riskier than siblings' kids. He died heirless in 1700, ending the branch. Not from battles, but bad genes. Modern experts whisper about hidden schizophrenia or bipolar in the line, patterns too stark to dismiss outright. Reports claim genetic echoes linger in distant royals today. Purity chased, power lost. But on a speck in the ocean, isolation brewed something even more sinister. Pitcairn Island's tale reads like a thriller, born from the 1789 Bounty Mutiny. Rebels fled British law, settling this tiny rock with Tahitian women. By 1817, most mutineers were gone, leaving John Adams to rule by Bible verses. Population swelled to 200 by the 1930s, but inbreeding shrank the gene pool fast. Then came the horror. A closed society where abuse, especially toward the young, became routine, handed down like heirlooms. New Zealand's 2004 probe exposed it. 1/3 of men convicted, including leaders, for offenses spanning decades. Island norms had warped, cut off from outside eyes. Today, under 50 souls remain, grappling with scars. Rumors suggest unreported echoes persist due to remoteness, though authorities monitor closer now. It's a stark lesson. When worlds shrink, darkness can normalize. Yet, even grander houses like the Bourbons weren't immune. The Bourbons gripped France and Spain for centuries, but their grip weakened from inbred unions. From the 1500s to 1900s, cousins and closer wed to seal divine rights. Results? Infertility plagued lines, hemophilia struck, epilepsy flared. Mental storms hit hard. Philip V of Spain battled deep lows, hallucinations. His son Ferdinand VI showed similar shadows. But Carlos III, from a fresher blood mix, thrived mentally, hinting at inbreeding's role. Historians now muse that bipolar or schizophrenia ran rampant, fueled by the tight weave. It's been said these issues muddled rulings, sparking court intrigues. No firm proof pins it all on genes, but the consistency raises eyebrows. Power consolidated, but stability eroded, and in ancient sands, a similar godlike chase sealed fates. Egypt's Ptolemaic rulers, starting with Ptolemy the First in 305 BCE, adopted pharaoh traditions to god up their status. Sibling marriages locked in pure blood, brothers to sisters, like Cleopatra VII, wedding her brothers Ptolemy XIII and XIV. Over 300 years, this narrowed genes, showing in portraits, swollen features, heavy builds possibly from rare disorders like Erdheim-Chester or multiple sclerosis. These could impair movement, thinking. Cleopatra, sharp as she was, navigated this pool, allying with Caesar and Antony. But the dynasty's end in 30 BCE wasn't just Rome's doing. Internal frailties likely weakened holds. Recent mummy DNA fuels talk of hidden impairments affecting decisions. Divine claims met biological backlash. Looking back, these stories, from blue skins to broken crowns, reveal a pattern. Chasing isolation or elite purity often invites ruin. Today, genetic tools like testing and counseling shatter those chains, letting us choose healthier paths. But what if undiscovered pockets still echo these tales? Makes you wonder about the genes in your own tree, doesn't it?